lovely people of the internet, I'm the breathing canvas, and today I'm going to show you how I do my Rapunzel Pascal mashup. On to the sketch, shall we? So for this, well, for as many of the Disney princesses as I can, I want to have a mixture between themselves and their sidekicks. We have Rapunzel with Pascal, her little chameleon friend. We have a lot of like the scale or the bumpy texture of the chameleon skin. Here we have on the forehead this kind of triangle crown thing here, and then also on the eyebrow, because when I think of chameleons, the things I think of is the texture of their skin, how it's all bumpy and stuff, and the eyebrows and all the ridges and everything. For that, we're gonna do the texture with our mesh, but also to help with that idea and to make it look cool, I have a bunch of rhinestones I'm gonna put everywhere. We're gonna be so sparkly. I also have like some green lips, and then we're gonna put some flowers all over on this cheek lip area. So that's pretty much it. So let's get started. Since we're putting rhinestones on here and everything to help cover up the eyebrows with makeup, I am going to do one of my favorite things, glue stick my eyebrows. It's not bad, it's just time consuming, and to wash off, it's horrible. It's like caked in there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna brush either with a finger, if you want to be French, or take a little brush your eyebrow hairs away from where it naturally goes, or at least up, and then kind of glue up or away from, it feels so weird. It's like this is what a cat feels like when you brush it backwards. Away from how it normally goes, because the idea is to get the adhesive at the root of your eyebrow so that it's not just, the glue isn't just laying on top of the eyebrow, it is incorporated to help you like really get the eyebrow flat is what the goal of this technique is. So then I'm gonna brush it back forwards. This front part, I'm gonna brush it up because that's just how my eyebrows normally go. And then you're gonna layer this with a translucent powder, a baby powder, foundation powder. And you want to let the glue dry some before you put the powder on, because then it's just not, it doesn't work. It gets all messy and it's a sticky mess. The glue is gonna, when it dries, it's gonna leave an obvious edge of where it is. So either like try to blend it out as you apply, or what I'm doing is just taking my finger and I'm lightly brushing it off as close to the eyebrow as I can. And then you just keep repeating the process. Why, hello there, sexy eyes. So what I'm gonna do is take a little bit of my green cream paint and a small paintbrush, and I'm just gonna outline everywhere that we're gonna put green. Yeah, the best way to mark things is find a natural mark on your face, like you know the divot of your nose, like you know from like your pupil, anywhere, and use those as natural markers. Just a little suggestion for you. Go out a little bit above the eyebrow because I want to make it really arched. I'm also gonna end it up here, kind of like where that your eyebrow kind of, well, my eyebrow kind of curves here, and then following on the top goes out because I just want to make the arches a little bit higher and more pronounced. I'm gonna angle it same as the angle as your eyebrow, just mimicking that above here. And just taper it off. And then just fill everything in like a coloring book. In the meantime, I just look like a seaweed clown. What I'm gonna do, like you see in the sketch, just below that arc, you see it's kind of this like, it's like this dark blue. It's like mixed between like a dark blue and green mixed together. What I did is I took a dark blue eyeshadow and I mixed that in with my green cream to make a darker green. That's gonna be the shadow for under here. But I think first what I wanna do is the eyeshadow for everything. And then I can go on top of the cream. Let's start with the gold. That's your lid. It's a nice like dark deep. Reminds me of like a rich cheddar cheese color. Maybe not, but it looks like some kind of cheese. I mean, a pretty shiny cheese. I don't know what I'm saying. I want cheese. Cheese. Nachos. Okay. I had a moment. That moment has passed. Green eyeshadow that I have. Do the random crease here. This just isn't doing it. Because the powder just isn't sticking too much, at least in comparison to my seaweed brows. So I'm just gonna take the seaweed green and go over the bottom here, and then apply the eyeshadow on top. And that will help give it a little bit of variation with the colors. The way it looks right now, I just feel like I'm smearing avocados on my face. Let's be a note, if you don't have any green makeup, and you don't have the budget to buy any, smear your face with an avocado. Then you have a wonderful face mask and dip for nachos. Nachos! Seriously, just think about it. When was the last time you had nachos? I mean good nachos, not like nachos. I mean like the melted cheese, just drenching it, and then the chip gets really floppy after some time. Those things are good. All right, onto the powder. All right, so it's given it a little bit of a shimmeriness, the eyeshadow. Now I'm gonna go on to super duper awesome color here, my green and blue. The line just under, and then I'm gonna take that brush, or maybe a clean brush, and swipe it down so it fades out. When you're starting to lose the makeup on your brush, it's the time when you want to go back and go over where you want to fade it out. Now, for the famous line, wherever there was a highlight, there was a shadow, and wherever there was a shadow, there was a highlight. Since we have our glorious green-blue shadow, we're gonna have a lighter green highlight. And for us, that is going to be on the middle here, because that's gonna be the most heightened part of everything. So I'm just doing a little bit of a white in the middle and letting that blend in with the cream. That's the great thing about these creams. It doesn't have to be immediate. You can go over and you'll like kind of wake it up on the makeup, and it'll be able to mix them with what you have on top. Yeah, that looks, that looks good, that looks good, okay. And make sure you also have just a little bit of white on your brush, because you want it to fade into a lighter green, not to actually look like just a white streak in the middle of your brow. Yeah, I like it. Also be careful not to blend it in too much, because then it's gonna get too muddied up and you're gonna lose what you do have. You want the distinct sections of lighter green and darker green, and then your shadow. And then I'm gonna do a thinner shadow line above here. I'm gonna go back with my dark green and do another crease here. Good stuff, okay. All right, so now that you have your basic line, you wanna blend it in. Otherwise it's gonna look like if you just put lip liner on and nothing else. And that stuff is freaky. All right, that's looking good. Oh no, don't do that. No, I made it worse. I can't resist, I have to do it. I need more shimmeriness. And since the eye is more arched at the end, I'm gonna take my gold eyeshadow and put a little bit of gold just at the outer corner here. Much better, so that you don't lose the eye in all this green massiveness. Next, I'm going to outline it and fill in this little crown area on the forehead, and then you'll go on with all the mesh and then the rhinestones. Make sure you really blend into the hairline so it doesn't look like a mask. And then more shadows. Help fade it out, just take your brush and then just kind of lay it flat and then just kind of dab. And then make the shadow line thinner as it gets to the bottom here, because that's going to be more flat, whereas this gets more like raised away. Elevation is increased. And to help sell the elevation, I'm gonna take a little highlight with white. Super duper! Now we're gonna go on to the mesh, and I'm going to do the impressions with my yellow ochre. Fill it up your cheesecake with some yellow ochre. Lay down your mesh really tight against the skin so that it's clear when the impression's gonna be, and then just blot away. Be really bold with your yellow. Holla! That is gorgeous! Let's do a little bit of the eyebrows as well. I'm gonna do this kind of pewter blue. Let's do to the middle, like a little cat eye. Now it is time to put rhinestones all over your face and reckless abandon. Well, I mean, do have a pattern to it, like where it's kind of staggered. But yeah, all the rhinestones you got, use them now. Now what I did to prepare for this, so I didn't have to put spirit gum on my face and put rhinestones everywhere and worry about where the spirit gum is, or have spirit gum absolutely everywhere. I took rhinestones, placed them on a piece of tape, and on the back side, I prepped it with the spirit gum so that it would dry and tacky up. So that I could slap on my face with reckless abandon. And yes, I'm using pliers to apply this. It's so sparkly! Sparkles everywhere. Ooh, I feel like a disco ball. Ooh, I love it so much. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is take the green and blue eyeshadow, just like we did for the shadows, and I'm going to apply that as a lipstick. I'm gonna to get more of a green color in the center as opposed to this super dark blue that we have, which is gorgeous, by the way. Mwah. I'm gonna put gold right in the center. Alright, so we have Pascal, now we're gonna get on to Rapunzel. So I have flowers all over my luscious long locks, but what I'm gonna do is take fake flowers that you get from a craft store. What I did is I just cut the stems as close to the bud as I could. And I've also prepped these with spear gum, and I'm just gonna stick it on the face with reckless abandon. So you have the garden part, and then you go up to disco night. Yes, my jokes are lame, deal with it. I think that's enough flowers. And there you have it, the Pascal Rapunzel mashup. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you liked this video. If you did, click a thumbs up button down below. Lets me know that you like this video and that you want to see more. And I will see all you lovelies next time. Bye! Get some nachos!